Okay, on to the next one. Now we're on to dessert.
Now everyone's ears are pricked up.
Yeah. And this is one of my absolute favorite recipes to make. It's super easy, minimal ingredients, and it tastes like decadence. It's very impressive. It's a dessert that I oftentimes will make it ahead.
Oh, you can make it ahead.
Throw it in the fridge.
That.
You can have it.
Love
Sometimes have it for breakfast
or
like a snack. It's high protein. So the main ingredients in it are, which we'll see in just a second, are tofu, chocolate, there we go, and then a little bit of coconut oil to help it set.
There's a fridge underneath here.
Yes.
Yeah.
With avocado. That would be good.
Oh my gosh, you can do. So in my book, yeah, I love it. Love it. I have a recipe similar to that in my cookbook. That is just avocado. Yeah. So great. Yeah. You can even put it in the fridge, a little grab and go, add some fruit, add some granola to it. So again, super simple recipe. We're just tofu, a little bit of maple syrup, some coconut oil to help it set a little bit, and Jeremy has just thrown the chocolate chips in the microwave, so we're melting those.
How else can you melt the chocolate?
Yeah, great question. You can also use a double boiler if you have one of those, or if you don't even have one of those and you just have a bowl, like a metal bowl, you can put it over boiling water and then whisk it. We just want to make sure that the chocolate is completely melted, not burnt, obviously, and we don't want to get any water in it. So if you're not into the double boiler situation, microwave is a very useful tool in that case. And really, we're just putting everything into the blender, zhuzhing it up. Pay attention.
Next is how do you spell zhuzh?
Is zhuzh an English word?
No.
Oh, it is a made-up Amy
It's an Amy word.
It's a technical culinary term that I made up. But yeah, it's just essentially blending until smooth. And then again, you can again, make this ahead of time, put it into say like a mason jar, pop it in the fridge, and then when you want to have a little sweet treat, it's ready there, and it's protein rich and just super tasty.
And I like that it's smooth because a lot of people can have that sore mouth or throat, so something smooth goes down easy.
Goes down easy. Love that. That's great. A lot of the ingredients we're using today again are, and it's in the handout. It's in the books that are free and online. We're really trying to focus in on again those plant-based ingredients. So again, the fruits, the vegetables, the nuts, the seeds, the legumes, the whole grains, and then the good quality plant-based proteins.
So melted chocolate, coconut oil.
Yeah.
The coconut oil, if you haven't used before, this, I know Amy mentioned to me as well, this really helps to give it a nice texture because it's solid at room temperature.
Solid at room temperature gives you that nice like buttery mouthfeel that just has that like moorishness quality to it.
S'morishness.
Moorish.
Well, moorishness. Oh, I want to say
or s'mores.
s'mores.
Moorishness just makes you want to eat more of it.
Oh, more of it. I'm going to be making s'mores with it.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
The silken tofu is going to be sort of the base for this, right? Danielle and I were teaching class yesterday. We actually used silken tofu, and it came up as, what else can we do with silken tofu? If culturally you're used to silken tofu, then you obviously very comfortable with using it in different dishes. But in something like this, like desserts, like we were talking about, you can use it in like desserts. You can treat it once you blend it down as like a thickened kind of yogurt substitute, right? To thicken dishes. Many applications.
Yeah.
So, love it.
And that's the great thing about tofu. There's different types and varieties. So this one has a little more water content, so it's a little bit silkier, smoother, and then you can get all the way up to like extra firm, which you would use that in a completely different application. Ripping off pieces, dredging it in say cornstarch, and then giving like a low, shallow saute, and then tossing it in say like a curry sauce or something like that. So the different textures of tofu can be utilized in so many different ways.
Okay. And maybe not right now because I know you want to blend it, but we talked about soy and tofu quite a bit today, and I know that it's a question that comes up, right? I know that it's come up with your group too. So maybe we can just address that at some point in this recipe.
Yeah, most definitely, for sure. Okay, so yes, that is a question that it's probably one of the first questions I get anytime I use a soy product is, is it, I have cancer, I have breast cancer in particular.
Yeah.
I've heard that I shouldn't be consuming soy products, and we know now with the research that's out there is that it is safe to consume for anyone at any age. The research is there in terms of consumption. Not only is it not harmful, it can be beneficial. As I mentioned, all the things in terms of good source of protein. It's also been shown to be very beneficial for cardiovascular health. And then in some studies, helping with the prevention of reoccurrence as well. Yes. So don't be afraid.
Yes.
Don't be afraid. And I think the confusion lies with, because it contains phytoestrogens, people get confused with phytoestrogens and estrogens, which don't necessarily act exactly the same in the body. In terms of the chemical buildup of it, they do look similar, but they do different things. Phytoestrogens, a functional food, so they provide benefits. They act more of as a moderator in terms of estrogen. Maybe you could speak a little bit more to that.
So it has a different activity. So they found that it's a weaker action than estrogen. And phyto, P-H-Y-T-O. Whenever you see P-H-Y-T-O, just think plant. It's just a fancy way of saying estrogen in plant form. Or we talked earlier about phytonutrients, nutrients you find in plants. Phytochemicals, chemicals you find in plants. So that's basically all P-H-Y-T-O means.
Love that.
Just quickly, someone was asking what we're preparing. So we are preparing the chocolate tofu mousse from Chef Amy. What I will mention for those at home, if you are tuning in late, all these recipes from Chef Amy's book, we'll post on our website. And if you want more recipes from Chef Amy's book, where can they find the link to purchase it?
Yeah, so on Gilda's website, so it's Gilda's Club. Toronto.org. You can go there and then just click on resources, and there'll be like a whole slew of cancer resources.
May I have your attention, please? Code White, Peter Monk, Wing, Nursing Station 1. Code White, Peter Monk, Wing,
Comes in threes.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Noted. Good to know.
Reminds us we're in a hospital.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing.
So Gilda's Club, Toronto.org.
And then you go to resources and you'll find both the Community Guide to Cancer Nutrition and all of the research and evidence-based advice there, and then the cookbook that coincides with it as well. And it's a free downloadable PDF.
Question on the tofu. So silken tofu I've seen sometimes is a lot more not as solid as what you've got there.
Yeah.
So would that still be okay?
That would still be okay. Yeah, yep, most definitely. Yep, for sure.
So I heard you say soaking food for tofu beans for 2 days. In the refrigerator or outside?
Yeah, in the refrigerator.
Okay,
yeah, thank you for clarifying that. Yeah, definitely keep it in the refrigerator. And you don't have to soak all legumes. So things like red lentils don't need to be soaked. That can be used, just rinsed and used right away.
Okay.
But things like black beans, chickpeas, those ones you'll want to
The
soak.
dried ones.
Yeah.
Dried.
Yeah.
So 2 days is new to me because that's been extended, I guess.
Yeah, I mean,
just
you can,
make it softer.
if we're talking about
Yeah.
wanting to fully
Yeah.
help with the reduction of bloating and
Yeah.
gas, and I would
2
do
days.
2 days and then swap out the liquid.
Yeah.
How many times in the 2 days?
Just once.
Just once?
over it. So
Okay.
you would soak them, change out the liquid between the 2 days, new liquid, and then when you go to cook it,
Oh, I
see.
new liquid again, or new water.
Yeah.
And at that point in time, you can add a little bit of baking soda or a little bit of seaweed, depending on what you make, and that helps break them.
And that's one of those things, because it's such a long process, go for a big batch. Make a big batch. Once they're cooked, you can store them,
Yeah.
you can freeze
You
them,
freeze them, yeah.
and then add to your dishes, and you don't have to go through that process.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great tip.
And they're cheaper if you do it from
So much more affordable
Not
if you do
that-
them from dry. Yeah.
Not that we're opposed to the can, drain the
Yeah.
rinse. They're stocked in our pantry all the time. We use them all the time. But that's just, it gives you that option.
Most definitely, and they're also still very affordable as well. And like, if you're not into planning that far ahead, they're
Yes.
a great, easy.
That would be me.
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn this on real.
Yeah.
Well,
Turn it
last
on.
question.
Yes.
Just since you're talking about beans,
Yeah.
when you're buying canned beans, no salt, or what would be your preference?
I
If
get
you're
I
buying
get no sodium. I usually will purchase the ones
no,
like
no
low to no.
salt. Low to no.
No, low to no. Yeah. I know there's a few brands out there like the blue labels. You can get
No.
like Loblaws. They have.
I'm getting Cedar Springs.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
another one.
Yeah.
And then just standard, just
Yeah.
drain and rinse, just sort of standard, and that also will help with the digestion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most
That
definitely.
that soaking water can cause issues.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go.
Okay.
A little bit of time here. You just want to blend it. And as needed, you can scrape the sides down. This one's looking okay so far.
It's also telling me that sound that my blender might be.
Oh, yeah.
On its last leg? But it's good to know you can use any old blender. It doesn't have to be a Minecraft blender.
just for show, I can see it.
Oh!
Oh no, that's okay.
That's
So new blender?
this blender is.
Oh, bye-bye blender.
Yeah.
The last recipe.
Oh, I'm
Last
glad.
You're funny.
Oh
Okay.
God, it looks amazing already.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great. And then I'm just gonna pour it into it. And then you'll want to let it set for at least an hour in the fridge after this, or overnight too.
So you'll try the set version because that's been chilling
Yeah.
in the fridge. You can see how pourable it is now.
Yeah.
Once it sets, you get this like very moussey,
Yeah.
thicker, a little bit thicker consistency.
Can't wait! Yay!
Topping
Whatever you want.
whatever you want.
Yeah.
That's what I love about it.
Seasonal berries, obviously berries. We want to get colorful berries.
Yeah.
Especially the dark berries are really rich in polyphenols.
Polyphenol?
Yeah, polyphenol is a type of antioxidants. Yeah. Yeah. Again, another reason why we eat the rainbow.
Oh, yeah.
And then just however you want to garnish. These might sink a little bit. Oh, they don't. That's great. And then we're gonna add a little bit of seeds on top again for a little extra protein.
And what's nice is you can change this up. You can top with whatever you want.
Mhm.
If you want that smooth consistency,
Yeah.
especially
If you need.
just a smoother mouthfeel.
Might throw
You
some
can
whipped
just top.
cream on top.
Very
I was just
Whipped
gonna say
cream?
whipped cream.
There you go.
Like whipped cream.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could use a coconut with cream.
Yeah.
If we're
There
going
we
all
go. They have all
plant-based, they do have them.
Is that what you were gonna do?
Yeah.
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 Let's do a zoom here.
Nice.
When you want to be decorative.
Oh, so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, right.
Extra zoom.
Extras,
Beautiful. Yeah.
Chocolate one too.
So good.
Beautiful.
Okay, and there you have it.
That is
3 easy recipes
Way to go.
with cancer nutrition guidelines in mind. Yeah, thank you so much to both of you.
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you all for
Yeah.
coming.
Absolutely.
I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you again in the future. Now we're gonna taste some of
Yes,
the things.
yes, you get to try it all.
Oh, we had 2 more
Prepare for you.
questions.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
yes.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
So are you going to come again?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I would love that.
again.
Yes, I would love to. I would love
She's in the middle of her PhD. I know how. Yeah. She's very, very time consuming right now, but the door's always open.
Yeah.
We're gonna trap her in the
Great
basement.
Yeah.
question. That was not planted question.
Yeah.
And we had a
Any other
question.
questions?
If someone's unable to eat raw tofu, then can we potentially cook the tofu and then blend it? Or will
Oh.
it be very different?
Yeah, I'm not sure if the cooking would affect the digestion of it. Is that the idea? Is that maybe it's not as digestible if it's not cooked? Is that the
The
idea?
texture.
The texture? Yeah.
Texture, because some people like weren't able to take in raw tofu. But I
Okay.
wanted to.
But if you're blending it.
So I was wondering, because I believe in Korea they have something called a soft tofu for their soft tofu soup,
Yeah.
and that one I
It's a
believe
lot
most people-
softer.
It is
Yeah.
a lot softer. So I was wondering,
Yeah.
could we use like
That's it.
even softer ones?
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Most definitely you can use even softer ones. Yeah, it doesn't have to.
Yeah, so just repeating it for the audience.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
You can use different types of tofu, silken tofu, or there's a Korean version.
Korean.
Do you know the
version?
name of it?
Yeah.
It's called sundubu.
Sundubu.
Sundubu. SOON. And then
Sundubu.
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 Okay, yeah, I would love to try that
Yes.
version of it. That would be super
Same.
cool. And if it was a little, even just a little bit silkier, it would probably make this even more so,
Richard.
right? It would be a great addition to it. So,
Absolutely.
love
Love
that.
the simplicity of it.
Yep.
And thank you again, Amy,
Thank
for
you.
coming.
Yeah, it was
This
such a
amazing.
delight. Yeah.
Round of applause. Again, if you have any questions for Amy, you can ask her. If you have any questions about Gilda's Club, we have Cheryl from Gilda's Toronto here, so you can ask Cheryl. She has some really cool postcards as well that she's handing out. And then all of the information, all the recipes that we did to date, we'll be posting on our YouTube channel and our website with links to Gilda's, to Chef Amy's cookbook, some of the resources that you talked about. I think those two resources
Are free.
you mentioned are free and available online. So we'll make sure we include all those resources as well. But yes, thank you. Thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.